Hi, my name's Simon, and I'm going to tell you why I'm a Christian. It started when I was at secondary school. I was 13 years old. It was the summer term. I was in year 8. Thursday night, I went to bed. And I had a dream that night that changed the rest of my life. When I say I had a dream, when I start to explain it, perhaps it was more of a nightmare, really. I don't know if you still do this at school, but in physical education or PE, the teacher would find the most athletic people and pull out two, and they'd become the captains, and then they'd choose from the rest of us who would be on their team, whether we're playing inside, outside, volleyball, football, whatever. I was rubbish at sports and I never got picked. No one ever asked me to be on their team. And this was my dream. It was friends, people I knew, and it just constantly went on and on. There'd be two new captains picking teams, never me. Two new captains picking teams, never me. Yet in the midst of all these people was a figure who was Jesus, clearly, because I'd seen pictures of him in an illustrated Bible or somewhere on the TV. And sometimes they'd be picking Jesus. Nice to have Jesus on your team. And then Jesus was one of the captains, and he picked me. I woke up, and the first thought in my head, if Jesus has picked me, then I'm going to pick him. I didn't know what that meant. I didn't know what to do. 2 days later, it was the weekend, and I managed to get hold of a copy of this little booklet called Journey into Life. It wasn't quite like this, it was an older version, and it explained to me what it meant to be a Christian. I didn't know any of this stuff before, and page after page, I was learning. And right at the end, there was a prayer, and it says, if you've believed the things you've read, you can say this prayer. Well, that's easy for them to write. I always thought you had to close your eyes and put your hands together to pray. So I read this prayer, I don't know how many times, line by line, memorizing, repeating it with my eyes closed, and eventually, Sunday afternoon, the 18th of July, 1976, I opened my life to Jesus. 40 plus years later, I'm an ordained minister, and I've been working in church ministry for over 30 years. Hope you enjoyed my story.